Hello viewers, welcome to our channel Career Prep. Mensuration is an important and scoring topic of the quantitative aptitude section in competitive exams like GRE, GMAT, SSC, RBI exams, railway exams and so on. In this video, we'll solve a few problems on 3D shapes. There are different formulae to solve questions on this topic. So knowing and applying these formulae is very important to do well in this section. Before we begin, please subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell icon to get notifications as soon as we post a new video. So let's start. The square of the diagonal of a cube is 2175 centimeters squared. What is the total surface area in centimeters squared of the cube? Here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find the total surface area of the cube. Now you know that total surface area of the cube is equal to 6a squared. So if we know the value of a squared, we can easily calculate the value of the total surface area of the cube. Now it's given that square of the diagonal of a cube is equal to 2175 centimeters squared. Now we know that diagonal of a cube is equal to root 3 multiplied by a. So square of the diagonal of the cube would be root 3 multiplied by a the whole squared, which is given as 2175. Now root 3 squared is 3. So now we have 3 squared multiplied by a squared is equal to 2175, which means a squared is equal to 2175 divided by 3, which is nothing but 725. So a squared is equal to 725. Now that we know the value of a squared, let's find out the total surface area of the cube. Now total surface area of the cube is equal to 6a squared. The value of a squared we have found out as 725. So substituting this value in the formula here, we get total surface area of the cube is equal to 6 multiplied by 725, which is nothing but 4350. So the correct answer is option C, 4350. A rectangular piece of paper 11 centimeters by 4 centimeters is folded without overlapping to make a cylinder of height 4 centimeters. Find the volume of the cylinder. Here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find the volume of the cylinder. We know that volume of the cylinder is equal to pi r squared h. We know the value of pi as 22 by 7. Height of the cylinder is given as 4 centimeters. So if we know the value of r, then we can easily calculate the value of the volume of the cylinder. Now it's given that the length of the rectangular paper is 11 centimeters and the width of the rectangular paper is 4 centimeters. Now you know that when folded, the length of the paper will be the perimeter of the base of the cylinder, which is nothing but the circumference of the base of the cylinder. Width of the paper is nothing but the height of the cylinder. Now since it's given that length of the rectangular paper is 11 centimeters, it means that circumference of the base of the cylinder is also 11 centimeters. Since it's given that width of the rectangular paper is 4 centimeters, it means that the height of the cylinder is also 4 centimeters. Now we know that circumference of the base of the cylinder is 2 pi r. Now we also know that the circumference of the base of the cylinder is 11 centimeters. This means 2 pi r is equal to 11 centimeters. Now the value of pi is 22 by 7. This means 2 multiplied by 22 by 7 multiplied by r is equal to 11. On solving this, we get r is equal to 7 by 4 centimeters. Now that we know the value of R, we can easily find the volume of the cylinder. So volume of the cylinder is equal to pi r squared h. We know that pi is 22 by 7, h is given as 4, and we have found the value of R as 7 by 4. Substituting all these values in the formula here, we get volume of the cylinder is equal to 22 by 7 multiplied by 7 by 4 multiplied by 7 by 4 multiplied by 4. On solving this, we get the volume of the cylinder as 38.5 centimeter cubed. So the correct answer is option D, 38.5 centimeter cubed. Two right circular cylinders of equal volume have their heights in the ratio 1:2. What is the ratio of their radii? Here you are given four options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find the ratio of the radii of the two right circular cylinders. It's given that the two right circular cylinders have equal volume and their heights are in the ratio of 1:2. Now let V1 and V2 be the volumes, R1 and R2 be the radii, and H1 and H2 be the heights of the two cylinders. Now it's given that uh, the two cylinders have equal volume. So V1 is to V2 is equal to 1:1, which means pi R1 squared H1 is to pi R2 squared H2 is equal to 1:1, because we know that the volume of a cylinder is equal to pi R squared H. Now you can cancel out the pi in this term and pi in this term. Then you are left with R1 squared divided by R2 squared multiplied by H1 divided by H2 is equal to 1 divided by 1. Now it's given that the heights of the two right circular cylinders are in the ratio of 1:2. So H1 is to H2 is equal to 1:2. This means R1 squared divided by R2 squared multiplied by 1 divided by 2 is equal to 1 divided by 1. On solving this, we get R1 is to R2 is equal to root 2 is to 1. So the ratio of the radii is root 2 is to 1. The correct answer is option A, root 2 is to 1. A hollow iron pipe is 21 centimeters long and its exterior diameter is 8 centimeters. If the thickness of the pipe is 1 centimeters and the iron weighs 8 grams per centimeter cubed, then what is the weight of the pipe? Take pi is equal to 22 by 7. Here you are given four options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find the weight of the pipe. Now it's given that iron weighs 8 grams per centimeter cubed. So to find the weight of the pipe, we have to know how much iron is present in the pipe, which means we have to find out the volume of the iron. Now volume of iron is equal to the volume of the exterior cylinder minus the volume of the interior cylinder. Now we know that volume of the exterior cylinder is pi r squared h and volume of the interior cylinder is pi r squared h. So volume of iron is equal to pi r squared h minus pi r squared h. Now we know the value of pi and we know the value of h. So if we know the value of r and r, we can easily calculate the volume of iron. And if we know the volume of iron, we can easily calculate the weight of the pipe. So now it's given that H is equal to 21 centimeters. External diameter is given as 8 centimeters. Now, external radius is nothing but half of external diameter. So, external radius R is 4 centimeters. Now, it's given that thickness of the pipe is 1 centimeters, which means internal radius would be equal to thickness of the pipe. So internal radius would be equal to the external radius minus the thickness of the pipe. So internal radius R is equal to 4 minus 1, which is 3 centimeters. So now we know external radius R is 4 centimeters, internal radius R is 3 centimeters. So let's substitute these values in the formula here. So volume of iron is equal to pi r squared h minus pi r squared h. Here if we take out pi multiplied by h as common, we get volume of iron is equal to pi multiplied by h multiplied by r squared minus r squared. Substituting the values of r and r here and pi and h, we now have volume of iron is equal to 22 by 7 multiplied by 21 multiplied by 16 minus 1. On solving this, we get the volume of iron as 462 centimeter cubed. Now it's given that iron weighs 8 grams per centimeter cubed, which means 1 centimeter cube iron weighs 8 grams. But we have 462 centimeter cube iron. So 462 centimeter cube iron weighs 462 multiplied by 8, which is nothing but 3696 grams. But all the given options are in kgs. So convert this grams into kgs by dividing by 1000. So 3696 grams divided by 1000 is nothing but 3.696 kgs. So the weight of the pipe is 3.696 kgs. The correct answer is option A, 3.696 kgs. Water is being pumped out through a cylindrical pipe whose internal diameter is 7 centimeters. If the flow of water is 12 centimeters per second, how many liters of water is being pumped out in 1 hour? Here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find out how many liters of water is being pumped out in 1 hour. This means you have to find the volume of water being pumped out in 1 hour. Now it's given that the internal diameter of the cylindrical pipe is 7 centimeters. So the internal radius of the cylindrical pipe would be half of the internal diameter, which means internal radius is equal to 7 by 2 centimeters. Now it's given that the flow of water is 12 centimeters per second. Now this is nothing but the height of the cylindrical pipe. So height of the cylindrical pipe is 12 centimeters. Now volume of the cylindrical pipe is nothing but the volume of water flow per second in the pipe. Now we know that volume of a cylinder is equal to pi r squared h. So volume of water flow per second is equal to pi r squared h. Here pi is equal to 22 by 7, r is equal to 7 by 2 and h is equal to 12. Substituting all these values here, we get volume of water flow per second is equal to 22 by 7 multiplied by 7 by 2 multiplied by 7 by 2 multiplied by 12. On solving this, we get the volume of water flow per second as 462 centimeters cubed. But here we have been asked to find out the volume of water being pumped out in 1 hour. So In 1 second, the volume of water being pumped out is 462 centimeter cubed. So in 1 hour, that is 3600 seconds, the volume of water being pumped out would be 462 multiplied by 3600, which is 16 lakhs 63,200 centimeters cubed. But we have been asked to find the answer in liters. Now to convert centimeter cube to liters, you have to divide by 1000. So when you divide 16 lakh 63,200 centimeter cube by 1000, you get 1663.2 liters. So volume of water being pumped out in 1 hour is 1663.2 liters. The correct answer is option A, 1663.2 liters. The curved surface area and the total surface area of a cylinder are in the ratio 1:2. If the total surface area of the right cylinder is 616 centimeters squared, then what is its volume? Here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find the volume of the cylinder. Now we know that volume of a cylinder is equal to pi r squared h. We know the value of pi is 22 by 7. So if we know the value of r and h, then we can easily calculate the volume of the cylinder. Now it's given that the curved surface area and the total surface area of the cylinder are in the ratio 1:2. That means a curved surface area divided by total surface area is equal to 1 by 2. It's also given that the total surface area of the cylinder is 616 centimeter squared. Now substituting the value of the total surface area in this equation, we get curved surface area divided by 616 is equal to 1 by 2, which means curved surface area is equal to 308 centimeter squared. Now we know that curved surface area of a cylinder is equal to 2 pi RH. So 2 pi RH is equal to 308 centimeter squared. This is the first equation. Now it's given that the total surface area is 616 centimeter squared. Now we know that total surface area of a cylinder is equal to 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. So 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared is equal to 616 centimeters squared. This is equation 2. Now from equations 1 and 2, we get 2 pi r squared is equal to 308 centimeter squared. On solving this, we get r is equal to 7 centimeters. Now substituting the value of r in equation 1, we get h is equal to 308 multiplied by 7 divided by 2 multiplied by 22 multiplied by 7. On solving this, we get h is equal to 7 centimeters. So now we know the value of R and H. Substituting these values in the formula here, we get volume of the cylinder is equal to 22 by 7 multiplied by 49 multiplied by 7. On solving this, we get the volume of the cylinder as 1078 centimeter cubed. So the correct answer is option D, 1078 centimeter cubed. The volume of a right circular cone is 462 centimeter cubed. If its height is 12 centimeters, then find the area of its base. Here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find the area of the base of a right circular cone. Now since it is a right circular cone, the base obviously will be a circle. So area of the base is nothing but area of the a circle. So area of the base of the right circular cone is equal to pi r squared. Now we know the value of pi is 22 by 7. So if we know the value of r, we can easily calculate the area of the base. Now it is given that volume of the right circular cone is 462 centimeter cubed and height of the cone is 12 centimeters. Now we know that volume of a cone is equal to 1 by 3 multiplied by pi r squared h. Now we know the value of pi is 22 by 7 and um, h is given as 12 centimeters and volume of the cone is given as 462 centimeter cube. Substituting all these values in the formula here, we get 462 is equal to 1 by 3 multiplied by 22 by 7 multiplied by r squared multiplied by 12. So r squared is equal to 462 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7 divided by 22 multiplied by 12. On solving this, we get r squared is equal to 21 multiplied by 7 divided by 4. So now that we know the value of r squared, let's find out the area of the circular base. So area of the circular base is pi r squared. Value of pi is 22 by 7. The value of r squared we have found out as 21 multiplied by 7 divided by 4. So substituting these values in the formula here, we get area of the base is equal to 22 by 7 multiplied by 21 multiplied by 7 divided by 4. On solving this, we get the area of the base as 115.5 centimeter squared. So the correct answer is option C, 115.5. The radius of the base and height of a right circular cone are in the ratio 5 is to 12. If the volume of the cone is 314 2 by 7 centimeter cubed, what will be the slant height in centimeters of the cone? Here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here you are asked to find the slant height of the right circular cone. Now look at this diagram of a right circular cone. Here, this is the radius of the base. This is the height of the right circular cone. This is the slant height of the cone. As you can see here, this forms a right angle triangle with the slant height L as the hypotenuse of the right angle triangle. Now, since this is a right angle triangle, we can easily find out the value of L using the Pythagoras theorem. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, slant height L is equal to square root of r squared plus h squared. So if we know the value of r and h, we can easily find the value of the slant height L. Now it's given that the radius of the base and height of a right circular cone are in the ratio of 5 is to 12. This means r is to h is equal to 5 is to 12. So let r be equal to 5x and h be equal to 12x. Now it's also given that volume of the cone is equal to 314 2 by 7 centimeter cube. Now we know that volume of a cone is equal to 1 by 3 multiplied by pi r squared h. So now we have 1 by 3 multiplied by pi r squared h is equal to 314 2 by 7. Now we know the value of pi is 22 by 7. We have taken r as 5x and h as 12x. Substituting all these values in the equation here, we get 1 by 3 multiplied by 22 by 7 multiplied by 5x multiplied by 5x multiplied by 12x is equal to 2200 divided by 7. On solving this, we get the value of x as 1. Now we know that r is equal to 5x, which means r is 5 centimeters, and h is 12x, so h is 12 centimeters. So now that we know the value of r and h, let's substitute these values in the formula here and find out the value of L. So slant height L is equal to square root of 5 squared plus 12 squared. On solving this, we get the value of slant height as 13 centimeters. So slant height is 13 centimeters. The correct answer is option B, 13. From a solid cylinder whose height is 12 centimeters and diameter 10 centimeters, a conical cavity of same height and same diameter of the base is hollowed out. Find the approximate volume of the remaining solid. Take pi is equal to 22 by 7. Here you are given 4 options and you have to find out which of these options is the correct one. So here it's given that the diameter of the cylinder is 10 centimeters. So radius of the cylinder would be half of the diameter, that is 5 centimeters. So radius of the cylinder would be 5 centimeters. Now it's given that height of the cylinder is 12 centimeters. Now it's given that a conical cavity of the same height and same diameter of the base is hollowed out from the solid cylinder. Now we know that the radius of the cylinder is 5 centimeters, which means the radius of the cone is also 5 centimeters. Now height of the cylinder is 12 centimeters, so height of the cone is also 12 centimeters. Now we are asked to find the volume of the remaining solid. Now a conical cavity is hollowed out from a solid cylinder and we have to find the volume of the remaining solid. Now volume of the remaining solid would be equal to volume of the cylinder minus volume of the cone. We know that the volume of the cylinder is pi r squared h and volume of the cone is 1 by 3 multiplied by pi r squared h. So volume of the remaining solid is equal to pi r squared h minus 1 by 3 multiplied by pi r squared h. This is nothing but 2 by 3 pi r squared h. Now we know the value of pi is 22 by 7. The value of r is 5 and the value of h is 12. So substituting these values in the equation here, we get the volume of the remaining solid as 2 by 3 multiplied by 22 by 7 multiplied by 5 squared multiplied by 12. On solving this, we get volume of the remaining solid as 628.57 centimeter cubed. So the correct answer is option C, 628.57 centimeter cubed. Viewers, please go through this video till you have understood the concept. Practice more such problems to increase your speed and also to understand the concept clearly. Also, please do watch our video on 3D shapes solved problems part 2. If you have liked this video, please like, subscribe and share this video. Thank you.